The next step in getting your new site set up after you have a domain name and a web host is to get the domain associated with the web host and a section of the web host set aside for your new domain. In this case, I'm now back on GoDaddy, and I had bought a domain name called newschest.com. We're going to use this as our example and test case as we walk through implementing a real live new site. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to our web host, and here I have a hosting account on Bluehost, and what I'm going to do is scroll down on the control panel. When you sign up with a web host, they will give you instructions on how to log into your control panel. And in our case, what we're going to do is go to Domain Manager and let web host know that we have a domain called newschest.com. So here we are, and we're going to click on this option that says assign a domain to your account, and we're just going to simply type in the name here, newschest.com. And in this case, the web host is verifying the domain. It's going to look it up to make sure it's a valid domain. It found it, but now it's saying that what we need to do is to change the name servers for the domain to be these: ns1bluehost.com and ns2bluehost.com. That is a very simple thing to do. To do that, we'll go back to GoDaddy where we purchased this domain, and we've looked up our newschest.com domain on GoDaddy, and we do something called set name servers. Right now the name servers are this ns17domaincontrol.com, and we're going to replace these with ns1bluehost.com and also ns2bluehost.com. And GoDaddy tells us that the changes have been submitted, and it usually takes 2 hours. It may take up to 48 hours for these changes to take effect on the internet. And that's all we have to do on GoDaddy. We can now go back to our hosting account, and we can try this again and see. Now it says that verification is required to see if we've changed our name servers, and the host will go and look, and it says that ownership has been verified because it figured out that that this domain was now associated with these name servers. Now, if you don't understand everything that's going on related to name servers, don't worry about that. It's not very important. As long as you follow these steps, everything will work nicely for you. But just the quick overview is that a name server is a mapping between the name newschest.com and its associated IP address. An IP address is a numerical kind of 4 groupings of numbers that identify a server's location. But the newschest.com, the domain name itself, is just kind of an easy for humans to remember name. So they have to match a name to a number, and that's what a name server does. Okay, so now that we've done that on this web host on Bluehost, we simply click Add Domain, and the hosting company then will create a section on the computer that's assigned to me, the server that's assigned to me for this brand new site called newschest.com.